hi. I try to do the videos to be a continuation of what I did previously, if that makes sense. So, like, all the, you know, not the themes, but what we're talking about, in a specific video, then there's like the next steps, the next video. So, anyway, since in the previous video I talk about how our special needs journey started, I usually tell everyone that there is a before and after, and I always say that for me at least, it was like life slapped me hard in the face and told me, wake up. And that was the transition from before and after. And that's why I usually also, when I want to tease or laugh or make a fool of myself, say that, before I live in, in a cute, fluffy world where everything was cute and, pretty, where everything was unicorns. And I feel that probably my own unicorn didn't let me see the truth. So my unicorn kept giving me sparkles and glitter. And once the unicorn left the room, that's where reality settled. And that's how I can kind of really describe how, the journey has been since then. But I want to read a letter today that I wrote exactly on October the 3rd of 2017. And it was after, a doctor office. And I'm going to read it so you will get the picture. And it goes, Dear Doctor, I first want to thank you for sharing your long years of hard studying and for sharing your knowledge with us. I also want to thank you for spending most of your time with patients instead of your own family, because I also know that you have one. But I want you to do this. Even if I come to you because I don't have your medical knowledge, or I may do actually have a little extra insight, I still need some guidance. And at the end, it's us parents who call the shots. I respect you because of your knowledge, but you should also do the same for us as parents. No one knows a child better than their parents, and that actually should be taught at medical school. I wanted a baby, and I waited 33 years for it, so I knew that my life was going to be different when he or she arrived, and that's why I waited in the first place. College, career advancement, marriage, and all that also played a role. No, I did not want to do a test to know if my baby had a disorder or syndrome. I wanted him or her no matter what. And with all of my heart, not just the easy, normal, and the pretty part. I wanted to love and care for and parent a child, normal or not, conventional or not, straight or not, as this child was going to be an extension of me and us as a couple. What if the baby was different? Well, some may find out before, others as soon as the baby is born, and a large majority 1 year or more years after the baby was born. And that's when we start talking about milestones. Mine didn't come with a return exchange policy. I guess that I should have thought of adding one at checkout. After 32 hours of labor, he was born, healthy, and all fingers were there. Yes, I counted them, truly. Where we are those that found out when he was 7 months that his milestones were not going to be the same as others. They were going to be different. We cried a lot. And not because of us, but it was because of why him. I was ready to change my life and do anything for him anyway. Instead of a Caribbean vacation, we were heading to a Rocky Mountain trip. Still pretty, but a little bit more isolated. All the people we know are still heading to that destination that is very different from us. But this one simple thing I couldn't give him. The standard, what most people call normal. Then I understood I couldn't give him that, but I could give him so much more. And everything was going to be treasured even more. I couldn't give him the normal, but he changed us as individuals and as a couple. This is the point that if we were in the Matrix movie, this is my funny side, okay? We both took the red pill. Remember how the movie you were giving the red or the blue pill? Well, I know we should have taken the blue one and kept living in our normal world with unicorns and rainbows. But Even if this is the hardest thing we will ever do, we do it with pride and with unconditional love. I would love him even if he didn't go to Harvard, be a good sports, has a girlfriend, or maybe the basics like walk or talk. That's what the red pill does to you. Matrix, remember? It makes you love your child for who they are, not for who you wanted them to be, without labels or diagnoses or awards. Be in my shoes for 1 week and you will see life differently as well, and the world different. Yes, maybe you will be ashamed for not knowing just how I was when I opened my eyes to the special needs world. So if I go to your office, doctor, think about the people in front of you that they fight this battle every hour, every day, and all the battles are different as all our children are. Now maybe you see my child twice a year, maybe 4 or 8 times. But here's the favor that I have to ask you. Respect the parents in front of you. You have the knowledge, but they have the heart, and they are the ones that fight these battles every single day. Now, as parents, we are the ones that see the gains and the losses. Our hearts glowed and break in one day. And it's us that wonder who will care for our children the day that we are no longer in here. You as a doctor and us as a parent, we don't have to agree on everything because we need to work together in this. Your medical knowledge plus our love and determination can be a great match. We can change doctors, you know that, but we cannot change our children. And as I hope that you realize by now, we will continue to do anything and everything for our children, with or without you. Because there are millions of doctors like you out there, but our children are 1 in a million. So I wanted to share this letter because I wrote it almost 2 years ago, and it's kind of like, goes along with what I talk about in the previous video. So if this is, something that it touch you, great. If you feel like that, even better. But if you're a doctor, because I wrote this letter after, a doctor office, which we no longer have that doctor because that doctor wasn't working with us. And at the end of the day, as parents, we are the ones who have the child 24 hours with us. And I appreciate, all the knowledge that doctors have, but no one knows my child better than me. So this message is for a doctor. If you're out there and you're watching these, please be respectful. Listen to the parents, because it's not that we're crazy. Maybe we are, but at the end of the day, we are doing this because of our children. So that's it. Let's work together as a team, and it's the best for our children anyway. So that's all for today. Take care.